Hello and welcome to another short tutorial video of Fusion 360. Today we're going to be looking at a very basic assembly and how we put an assembly together. What we see here on screen is a number of components that are individually created and brought into one environment. How we did this was we created a blank environment and we saved it. So I saved this as an assembly and then I inserted all these parts into that environment. How we did that, I can right click and I can insert into current design, or I can left click, drag and drop. As soon as we drag and drop it, it gives us a move option. We can use these to move and orientate the piece however we want in order to line it up for ourselves. I'll OK that. Now that we have all our parts in the environment, we can see we can drag these parts around because they're not tied to any origin in this environment as of yet. They all have their own individual origin, but in this environment, they need to be tied to an origin. So the first thing I want to do is I want to ground one of these pieces. So this part I'm going to ground. It looks like it's sitting on the base here, so we'll just use this as an example. I left click on that. We can see it underlines this piece here, or this component. If I right click on that, I'll click ground, capture position. Here we have a pin inside this, meaning this part won't be able to move anymore, but these parts will still move. As soon as I move one of these parts, you'll notice as well a position icon will appear, which can capture position or revert. So if I revert, it goes back to where it was. Again, that's disappeared until I move something. This appears and I can now capture position or revert. If I revert, this will go back to its position, or if I capture, it's now taken a new screen grab of where it is at the moment. Again, if I go back over here, and I capture that again. So now that we have this grounded, we want to assemble all of these parts to this. So how I do that is I'd use the assemble ribbon and I'll use a joint. So joints are the most commonly used option inside Fusion 360. If I select joint, what I can do is I can select the center of, let me see, let's go with this, and the second position is going to be here. So you can see it's jointed, but it's jointed the wrong way. So if I use the flip icon, also joins the wrong way. So what I need to do is rotate this around 90 degrees or 180 degrees and OK that. Again, I'll do that again. So I use another joint. I'm going to select the center of this and the center of this. That one joined fairly good for us this time. I can OK that and move this out of position, capture position. So we have the last piece left, again, joint. And you can see as soon as I hover over any of these, I have loads of different options I can choose from. The center point, I can choose the end points. If I go to this wall, we've got more options: center point, end points, mid points. A nice trick here is if you hold the control key down, we can actually grab, or it actually sticks. So you can see that the icon flips 90 degrees to go in line with the edge, or flat to this face, or flat to that face. So it jumps around a lot, but if you go flat to this face, hold down the control key, and now it won't jump around no matter where you go. Again, release the control key, go to this face, hold down the control key, and it stays in that position. Again, if I go to in line with the edge and hold the control key down, now it stays in that position. So that is a handy little trick to know. So what we want to do is use this to this, and that puts that into position. You'll notice as well that we can offset these joints. If I needed to offset this up for some reason, up a certain amount, or out a certain amount, or out this way a certain amount, we can do that by putting in the dimensions inside here. So I'm going to go 0, 0, 0, and OK that. There we have 4 pieces joined together. If I try moving any of these, they are locked into position. If I unground the pin, you can see now that they'll always stay together. Go back, revert, and go back here, and I will ground this again. So the last couple of pieces, again, we're going to go join this to the top of this. Okay, that. Join top of this to the top of this. Until we have our assembly complete. There we have it, a fully assembled assembly. And that's all for today. Thanks.